Florida's newest and best in radio, Sunshine Radio 96.7 FM.
Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio 96.7, Saturday mornings. This is Voice for Veterans and the rest of us who say we support veterans too. News, commentary, information, education, music, and entertainment. New just for you, 96.7. Now, you've heard the rest. Stay tuned for the best. Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio and stay with us all day long. All right, we're going to say thank you for tuning in. Of course, it's Saturday morning, and you're listening to 96.7 FM and a very special morning with WVET Online Radio, Voice for Vets. Of course, this is Keith, the boss of the beach, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in again. And we know that you are regularly listening to this now, and you're going to get a lot more information. I'm seeing signs going up to let you know. Believe us, we're here. Radio St. Pete, and of course, Sunshine Radio. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in and to let you know why us now. VAs, the VA, and all of its affiliates, the VSOs, were created to recognize and support veterans and stay in contact and maintain connections. Of course, we're needed in all of these support areas for our veterans and their affairs. It involved a lot of work, and it evolved into several groups under many names. Of course, you got your VFWs, American Legion, Veterans Hospital, and many other USOs, etc. We want to thank you for understanding that what we're here to do is, of course, to help those who are veterans, who are family members of veterans, who are friends of veterans, who are businesses that support veteranization. Any way you can, we're grateful to have you tuning in here, and we're grateful to have you enjoy what a veteran relationship is supposed to be about with the rest of the community. And as we talk every week, we always want to highlight some of the reasons that it makes sense. And of course, it makes sense because how is your transition from military to civilian life going? How is that going? You and your family and coming back home. And of course, in this generation, we have a lot of female who are veterans who are coming back to their families and their husbands and their relationships. So there's a lot of new effort to look at these things. Some of the questions are you or your loved ones experiencing problems with anger, relationship problems, depressions of anxiety, problems concentrating, problems sleeping, employment problems, problems at college? Of course, those are some of the things we have help for you. And of course, right here, WVETOnlineradio.com, you can tune in right here or go to the website. A lot of music, a lot of entertainment, and a lot of other information that I know you all will be glad to pay attention to. And we always tell everybody, you can get better service if you participate. We support a lot of the employment things that are coming up. This transition period for a lot of veterans is something that they are working with in many ways. We want to reference services that are offered, of course, right here with the Vet Center here in the St. Pete area, treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder. Its impact on our veterans who've experienced combat or sexual trauma. We have a lot of other services, individual counseling, group counseling, family counseling. Its impact on significant others in the new veteran life coming out of the military. Those are the things we want you to be able to find out. Of course, that's vetcenter.va.gov. vetcenter.va.gov. And feel free to call and talk to them if necessary. But go online first and make sure that you can get as much information as you can. I want to talk a little bit about a couple of other things that we have, and we always talk about it. And that is, we have a resources page on the website so that you can finally get enough information that you may be looking for as veterans resources. And I want you to know that we always tell people right now, because things have gotten better, and now that things are getting better, we want you to be sure. And when you say be sure, let's be sure of what's going on. And if you think that was something, look out for a little bit more. Things are coming. I did want to say that eligibility for a lot of veterans now is easy to find out. You know, and we know that there were several wars. World War I, pretty much everybody's gone. World War II, they're leaving fast. But we want to say that the three main wars, of course, your Vietnam War, your Korean War, and World War II, are all eligible. And of course, you were in the Lebanon War, Grenada, Panama, Persian Gulf, Somalia. You're also eligible. Please check in with us. If you have any questions, we can get that information to you. And of course, we want to say thank you to all of our offices of the VA right here in this community, because we know that they're here, they're ready to do for you. And Pinellas County main office, of course, is downtown St. Pete, 501. There is a 501 First Street North. You can find them right there if you need to get by. Pinellas County Veteran Services. And we want to talk about the other office, which is up in Clearwater. You can find that one. Feel free to call, check out on the website, get there. And don't forget, you can always go to Bay Pines. They have wonderful staff there and can support you in all of those things. Some of the things that we're talking about, we want to go a little bit further, and that is to say, we want to help you with job seeking skill classes, resume classes, help with job search skills, temporary work trials, vocational counseling and guidance, VA and community resource referrals, education and or training referrals, weekly job search support groups, and help with search for community employment. Listen, that's a lot to think about, but now you know that it's available. Feel free to check in with us. And of course, if you don't reach us right away, you can always check in with your VA, and they will go ahead and help you with finding some of that information, which is now going to be very important, because with everybody coming back, all the other soldiers getting back out, employment reentry services are now available. Of course, right here in our area, they're at C.W. Dill Young VA Medical Center. They're available to help you. And that's, of course, right there in Bay Pines. So we know that there is work. We know that there's training. We know that there are a lot of people willing to step up and help. And I want to thank you for tuning in again. And I'm going to take a little break right here. Wait a minute. Let's not take a break. Let's just stay with you. I got something I wanted to make sure that you understand. And we want to help. We want to help the population served. Of course, we support Florida's service members, whether they're active duty, newly returned, or have been home for years, in addition to immediate family and spouse support at no cost. This is why radio still stands, because you can get the information much quicker here. And of course, we will guide you to some of the other project relief outlets that will give you what you need. And that's projecttvvetrelief.org. And there's a lot to look at right now, because the Project Relief is they fight for us, we fight for them. I love that slogan, and I want you to know that that's next. Stay tuned. We're going to take a little bit of break, have some great music, and I'll be right back.
thank you for all the songs you gave to me, for the passion, the groove, the melodies. Thank you for everything. In the good times and the bad times, when I'm feeling blue, every moment can be better when I reach out to you. So I want to thank you for all the music in the world, for the passion, the groove, and all that you do. I just wanted to tell you thank you.
I want to thank everybody for staying with us. We have some other information we want to talk about right now, but I want you to stay tuned for a whole lot more. Right now, I wanted to go back a minute and make sure that everybody got something that was important. And that important something was employment reentry services are available right now. We want to help a lot of those reentry people hit the ground running with what they need. Should be a something. Many years ago, I met a gentleman that had something called Civilian Boot Camp as a program to try to help reentry, and I think it's working. Here's something that I think you need to know. If you go out to our Baypines facility under their program, which of course is at the medical center, they have compensated work therapy, Veteran Health Administration benefits the value work as a form of therapy. I like that. We want to say ERS help develop the skills that help the veteran return to work. Work may be full time or part time. So there is some direct things that you can accomplish. when you're really trying to get things done. Again, some of the things that you want to look at, and the two I look at education and training referrals. That's something, please look into that, because that's something that you can do right away. Some of the training that they have in the job club areas, and of course, does any kind of work that you do when it comes to construction, they got some of that available. We're going to say some of the things that you really, really need to pay attention to if you know about training. Helps unemployed veterans gain the training that they need for the skills needed to search and obtain employment, to include introductory computer training. We know that a lot of our military have some computer knowledge, but they've been in the field and they've been doing other things. This way, it gets you back. Of course, you have keyboarding, understanding the PC, Windows, Microsoft concepts, and using the internet and email. Those are some of the things that they will get to you right away, and I want you to know immediately. If you have time, then take time to work on your education and work on some of the things that's going to help you get to be employed. I want to talk about 5 other things: job skills, resume preparation, completing job applications, interviewing skills, and conflict resolution and diversity. I know that that's something that you need to know. There are 2 other ones that you got to look at: attitude in the workplace and communication skills. It's available right now. We want you to know that it's good for you and good to you. And that's something that I like to say: good for you and good to you. We are at your service. Love it and appreciate all you guys who are tuning in. I want you business to listen. If you're a veteran and you own a business, we want to help you in that business. We want to refer people to your business. And we want to let people know that you're a veteran. And we support vets too. Don't forget, the words are, we support vets too. A part of the successful, I want to say one thing: when we talk to you directly, it's going to be about specializing in the successful integration and veterans back into corporate America. We appreciate the businesses who say they're ready to help. If you're transitioning into civilian employment and you want to work with military leaders who, of course, understand your background and care about your needs and your goals, is the company that you want ready for that? You can find out. We're committed to helping you build a rewarding career. 3-star career transition assistance program, brands, shapes, integrates your military interests and experience. We use the process to link you, of course, with responsible, honorable, and historic military service members into a target relationship with the right company. We recognize today's military leaders bring a full suite of insight, experience, and capabilities to the business sector. That's so important. So many of our veterans are coming out, the military, are looking to step into something that uses part of what they learned in the military, but willing to take time to learn new things. And there's no better worker than you can get, and then getting a good veteran who's ready to get back into the workplace. You know, our job is to help candidates like you to translate those abilities into corporate language and successfully make the transition into civilian workplace and the fantastic veteran careers that are now available. Of course, it's our duty to help you, our veterans, and also families of veterans transition into corporate world. We successfully take time, effort, and look behind the lines and move you to the front office. Guess what? That's something that's good for you and good to you again. This transition period is going to be very important because we do have so many of our military soldiers coming back from Afghanistan, and the numbers will show in every community. But here in Florida, we have stepped up to the plate, and we're going to make sure that there's stuff available automatically when you get out to let you know what's available, and make sure that we have a way to get you there. And getting you there is our job. Of course, that's right here, WVETOnlineradio.com. Saturday morning in St. Petersburg, Saturday morning, if you're listening on the internet, wherever you are, thank you for tuning in. Now I want to talk a little bit more about our Project Relief and some of the things that's coming up, of course, in St. Petersburg. Some of the things that are coming up in the Tampa area, and some of the things that are coming up, of course, across this great state and around the world. We want to thank, of course, WVET's staff and all the workers who have been here helping us. We want especially want to thank our chief at the American Veterans Alliance, Waddell McGee. I know he's been in the hospital, but I know he's doing all right. We want to thank him for all his work that's been going on for years, and know that we continue to keep him in our prayers. We also want to thank all of those people who are working with the Burial with Dignity program. We now see that the surge is coming back. We don't know how long this one's going to be or how devastating it's going to be, but we're going to reach out, especially to those in the state of Florida. We're working on some activities to make sure that our veterans who unfortunately may be passing during this time, again, get to be buried with dignity. Buried with dignity is one of those things that you have to understand is a part of what we're always about. There is no question as to what we're looking for or what we're trying to do. What the answer is, guess what? We're ready. No matter what, we have what it takes to get you information as quickly as possible. This is also radio, and enjoy some music and enjoy some of the things that you like to hear. Now, if you're somewhere in your local group and you really want to start trying to get your music out, especially if you're a veteran, contact us. Make sure that you tune in and follow the lead when it comes to, here we go, radio, and send us your music. All you got to do is go right online, WVETOnlineradio.com, or Vibes Radio, and that's contact Vibes, and you can make sure between those two, we'll get the music and we will start looking to play something for you. Now, we want to tell you that upcoming events is going to be a special program that we're going to be launching next week. And because the 4th of July is over, a couple of other big things have already passed. So we're going to stand pat and get back with you when it comes to all of the other things that we have coming up. Again, we want to make sure that you understand that we all have alliances, we all have work that we're doing, and we all trying to make sure that there's a difference in everything that we try. We appreciate you listening, and we got some more stuff that we're going to make sure that you can pay attention to and get. And right now, I'm going to say something about a couple of our supporters. One of them is a group that happens to be right here in the Tampa area, and he's got Land on Your Feet, and they're doing veteran support for education. Listen, if you hear anything about them and you're out and about, please support them as another veterans organization because they're pushing for this thing called education. And I thoroughly support anybody who's working on education. We know that that's a mainstay in what we're trying to do, especially when it comes to our veterans who are moving into transition. Take a part, of course, in medical clearance when you're looking at jobs. The medical industry is really going to be needing more people working, and they're putting the word out. Please find us, let them know. Transitional work, vocational assistance, job club, job seeking skills, training classes, support employment, community-based employment service are all available right now. And all you got to do is go to WVETOnlineradio.com and tune in. Listen to some of the messages. Or you can go right to news, sports, entertainment. And one of the places that I really want you to click on would be from our vets214.com, veteran and information hub for veterans. The goal is to help veterans navigate an often confusing transition civilian life. Things Vets 214 covers is how to get a form DD 214, connecting to, of course, health, events pertaining to veterans, job fairs, fundraisers, and education. You can find that, of course, right here, WVET If you're looking for entertainment, you get down and you don't know where the show is, you can go to Vet Tips. And that's right here on the website. They specialize in helping getting tickets to support veterans who may not be able to get in or out. Or if you're one of the concerts, you say we want to support vets and give away tickets. That happens. You know, we say there's a lot more shit you can get done by tuning in, of course, to this radio station that you're listening to. And you know it. It's more music, more fun. And you know better than that, we love to hear from you. Okay? That's important. Locally here, we have a whole lot of companies who are in and out and that really do support vets. I want you to listen for just a moment, and I'm going to list a couple of things that I think are important. And if you happen to be one of those who happen to have a need, you got it right here. We have a referral services. We don't provide such as drug or alcohol treatment, VA benefits and claims, psychiatric and medication, primary care. We make sure that you know where to go to get that help. You know, because everybody can't do everything. And one of the things you got to have is your respect for veterans. Safe, confidential place to discuss your unique readjustment needs. That's why we advocate making sure that you go to one of your places that have been around a while, and that's all of our VFWs, and our American Legions, our AMVETs, and the VA centers that are close to you. And come on downtown St. Pete, come on downtown Tampa, and enjoy where you are. You know that Tampa's got the Stanley Cup again. Tampa's got the Super Bowl. The rest of the sports world here is growing and growing and growing. It's one of the fastest growing areas. We're getting a lot of our veterans, and the persons who support veterans are right here. You don't have to go anywhere else. Of course, you're in the state of Florida, so you're going to travel. You're going to move around. You're going to do things, get around. So we want you to know that there is plenty of information available no matter where you are. But right here at home, we say we supported the employment and provide veterans enough information to get a job. There is some job problems in America right now. And those are not going to affect our veterans if we can make sure that we do our part and make sure that the veterans are working and having a good time as well. We want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. And we want to say, enjoy Saturday morning. Don't stop here. Stay in 96.7 FM and listen to us all day long. Keith, the boss of the beach, over and out. We're here at your service. Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio 96.7, Saturday mornings. This is Voice from Veterans and the rest of us who say we support veterans too. News, commentary, information, education, music, and entertainment. New just for you, 96.7. Now, you've heard the rest. Stay tuned for the best. Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio and stay with us all day long.